A long time ago, the world had become filled with violence, corruption, and cruelty. People mocked God and lived only for their own desires. But in the midst of all the darkness, there was one man who walked faithfully with the Lord, Noah. God looked upon the earth and was grieved at the evil of mankind. But he found favor in Noah. The Lord said to Noah, "Build for yourself an ark of wood, for I will send a great flood to cleanse the earth. But you and your family will be safe in it." Noah obeyed God. With the help of his sons, he worked day and night, cutting wood and hammering beams, building the massive ark. The people laughed at him, mocked him, and called him foolish. Yet Noah remained faithful, trusting in God's promise. At last, after many years, the ark stood complete, an enormous vessel of safety, shining under the sun. The people still refused to believe, but Noah knew the day of the Lord's judgment was near. Then, something miraculous happened. From every corner of the earth, pairs of animals began to appear: elephants and lions, birds and sheep, great and small. They walked calmly toward the ark, guided by God himself. The people stared in amazement, yet still they did not repent. Noah and his family entered the ark, and the Lord himself closed the great door. It was the final chance for the world to turn back, but no one else entered. Suddenly, the heavens opened, and rain poured down. The earth shook, and mighty waters burst from below. Rivers overflowed, mountains trembled, and the flood covered the land. The ark began to rise, safe upon the waters, while those who rejected God's warning were swept away. For 40 days and 40 nights, the rain fell without stopping. The storm raged, and the ark floated across the endless waters. Yet inside, Noah and his family were safe, for God had not forgotten them. At last, the rain ceased, and the waters began to recede. Noah released a dove, and it returned with a fresh olive leaf in its beak. Hope filled Noah's heart. The earth was alive again, and God's promise was near. Finally, the ark came to rest upon Mount Ararat. Noah and his family stepped out onto dry ground, grateful and humbled. Then, the story of Noah's ark reminds us of God's faithfulness, his justice, and his mercy. Even when the world turns away, God always keeps his promises. Will you walk with him as Noah did?